Ah yes, that will do nicely. You might be thinking this is pretty stupid. You've just fenced in your own toilet. Well, no, not at all. I'm a bouncy person. I can get in here quite well. Virtual Daggerwin is not so bouncy. He is relatively large and he also has a very bad leg. So, yeah, he's not going to be able to get over here. Fantastic. I have the toilet to myself again. See you in a second. Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. Now I was hoping that this series would actually continue until episode 100, but I've done the calculations and it's not even going to be close to 100. Well, it's close, but you know, it's going to be probably at least 5 episodes away. So that might sound bad, but I think it's actually good, because it means that we can start the brand new Survival Challenge series sooner. And in case you're wondering what map it's going to be, I'm thinking it's going to be Spectacle Island by Alien Jim. So the same mapper as this map. So yeah, I wouldn't have thought we'd get beyond episode 95 on here, but it has been an absolute pleasure to do this series on this map. It's been fantastic, and we do still have the last harvest to go. We have field number, I was going to say 26. No, we have this one here, the sugar beet field, which isn't ready to harvest, and the other two which are here, which are ready to harvest. So soybeans, barley and sugar beet. I think we're done with everything else. The trees are obviously there for the just, you know, environmental reasons and to make the map look good, even better. So we'll leave them as they are. Let's just get things wrapped up. We do still need to do a little bit of yard work. We need to sell those bales. We do need to probably sell some more pigs. And we will actually be selling everything at the end just to see how far we came. We want to know exactly how much money we produced, because we started off with absolutely nothing, except for a small tractor and a trailer, which is obviously on display just there. That is how it all started. So it really is amazing. It goes to show how far you can go. And the thing which I really like the look of on Spectacle Island is it's the same sort of situation, but a very different map. So there is an abandoned farm, which is what we'll be running. And well, yeah, if you haven't seen it already, I do recommend checking it out. I think I probably have done a video on that map before, probably 17. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's going to be all done as survival. And yeah, I think, I mentioned this before, if you keep going with a survival series for too long, it ends up not really being a survival. Which is why I got pretty fed up with the survival roleplay, because it was no longer survival. And people were saying, this is stupid because you're just doing so well, and it's sort of not the point anymore. That it was no longer achieving what we wanted to achieve because we'd already achieved it, if that makes any sense at all. So yes, I'm just going to go up here. My plan is to get this ready for when we do the sugar beet, because what we're going to get is sugar, molasses and the very superior pig food. So we're going to be loading all up here. I guess that's the best place to put it. Should be fine. And yeah, into the combine harvester. I was going to do the barley first, but actually I think probably soybeans would make more sense. I'm pretty sure that crop was put in first anyway, so they're more likely going to be ready. I know they're both ready, I'm just trying to roleplay. So yeah, we've got the message there saying that the sheep need to be cleaned. Fair enough, that's what we'll do. There we go. Lovely. And yep, they'll be staying until the end. Get as much wool as possible. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame I couldn't find a use for this field. I could have just put a crop of wheat in or something. But I think, as I said already, the time has come to survive again. It sounds so weird, wanting to go back to those beginnings where it's very, very tricky to survive. But that is where it's fun. That is the satisfying part. Many people have agreed with me, so yeah. Right, so yeah, the next Survival Challenge series won't be as long. There's only one reason why I can say that with confidence, and that is simply because FS22 is coming out this year. And if you think about it, this series started midsummer last year, and it's still going now. So yeah, the next series will have ended most likely by November.
although if it is exceptionally good, I will continue it on. I can never tell. I always get a feeling when we get to the end, when it's time to move on. It's mostly when I start repeating myself, when I start doing the same thing over and over again, which I know is what farming is. That is when it is time to move on. And the reason why I don't like to do that, despite that being what you do in real life, is just because I like to add variety. And it's not like I've rushed through it to try and move on. This has been a mega series. In fact, probably with the exception of Survival Roleplay, the longest series I've ever made. Although, no, I take that back. Now, I think Colbert Park Farm on FS15, I think that was 100 and something episodes. But that's probably more episodes a week. So, yeah, maybe for the amount of time it's been running for, this might be the longest. Okay, so we're probably going to need another trailer. The best thing to do would be to get the yellow trailer. But with soybeans, as you know, you don't get a huge amount. And we are going to bale it, so we've got to get all that done as well first, before we sell up. But just look at how far we've come. It's quite hard to appreciate it really, unless you look back at episode number 1. If you go to episode number 1, we had just moved into the house, and we had a field of weeds, and that was it. That's literally all we had, if you ignore the few buildings. For fields, that is it. It wasn't even the size that I made it afterwards. It was tiny, absolutely tiny. And there we go, just finishing off. So before we do the barley, I would like to do the sugar beet. The reason why is because it will take a bit of time for it to process with the sugar beet add-on mod. It's not instant, although it is still quite fast. And yeah, this combine does lack power. Always has done. But it has been good. Otherwise. As in, you know, it looks good. And it was affordable. And we have managed to achieve what I needed to achieve. It has just been a bit lacking in the power department. Otherwise fine. I'm guessing it's just some kind of tweak of the numbers in the XML file, isn't it? To boost the power. Anyway, there we go. We are done. So yeah, I was gonna bale it, but actually, come to think of it, because we do have £124,000 plus whatever we have here in soybeans, maybe with our bigger tractor we can have a bigger loading wagon, and then we can clear this field and we can clear that field pretty quickly. Just do several bigger loads to the sell point. It looks like that was made to measure. So the combine can stay here because it is going to be doing the barley. In fact, we can just start it up and put it slightly into the field just to get it out of the way. And there we go. World's shortest harvest ever. So how much do we have? Oh wow, that really was close to full. 97%. I'm hoping the price is good. If the price is good, we'll put the trailer on whatever the fastest tractor is. I'm guessing the John Deere. Why am I looking at straw? I do need to know the straw prices, but not just yet. That's barley. That's soybeans. 728. 728 sounds pretty good. Actually, there isn't a huge reason for putting the John Deere on this, except for it being 2 miles per hour faster. At least I think it's 2, unless it's 30. No, I'm sure it's 26. I'm sure I can do 26 miles per hour. So yeah, we'll take the John Deere anyway in a minute, with the loading wagon that we already have, unless of course it is just not worth it, because I know they're very expensive. But if there's one in our price range, which is a logical upgrade, we will go for it. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to start off with in the new series, but I really like the look of the Matty Fergusons, which is no surprise. But yeah, maybe the ones from Peter J are maybe too big, even though they're still pretty small. Not too sure. But yeah, that's what I'd love to get. Okay. So we'll just wait for this to tip. Oops. And we'll see what we get. We were on 124,000. It's going up nicely. It's almost £10,000. Right, it's going to be just over 10, so probably 12. Oh no, just over 10. 10,283. Right, so let's take a look at those loading wagons. They are just here. The one which we have currently is pretty big actually, 35,000 litres. To upgrade would really be, yeah, in this region here. It is amazing. That class 1 there is very, very good for its size and its price. We could actually run even the biggest one here, but even used, that is going to be £120,000. Having said that, we could sell it again almost straight away, which is fair enough. That is something you could do if you really wanted to. You could buy it used and then sell it again after use. People do that. I know people do it with diggers, with mini diggers and stuff. They buy it for the time they want it, which could just be a month, and then sell it again for the same price. That would definitely be cheaper than renting it for a month. So I think we will do that. I think the John Deere will be capable. Should be. But it is nice. It's definitely nice to have money to play with. Don't really need to be taking this bucket around with me, so we'll take that off. Pop it just there. We will take the trailer back to the barley field. We'll use the yellow trailer for the sugar beet. I think the sugar beet is almost ready. When I started recording today, it was on the final growth stage, so we're playing it at times 5, so I would say today it'll be ready. Right, let's just park this here. It may have even updated. Oh, it has. It is ready. Very good. So yeah, we're going to prioritise the straw, because the last time when I didn't pick up the straw, it was there for years. Slight exaggeration. But for anybody who's been watching the series, you will know that it was there for an extremely long time. Right, so the loading wagon is there. It's been there for a long time as well. Of course, if I buy it used, it's going to need to be fixed up, which I forget to do because I always do. But then when I come to sell it again, that might have added value. We could profit because I'm putting money into it. But most importantly, we're going to be able to use it. We're going to be able to take advantage of it. I was thinking I could have brought a load up, but it does have 2% corn stalks in it, so would have had to dispose of them. It's going to be about £50 worth. £99. And yes, we will repair it before we sell it. I know that this sell point here likes to go for things further out, so let's see if it can reach it just there. It can. £120 to repair, £21,610 to sell. Not bad at all. Right, now for the big one. I didn't think I'd ever be able to get this in this series, but as it turns out I can. 56,500. 56,000, and that's cheaper as well. The bigger one is cheaper. Wow, £120,000. Let's just hope that it doesn't depreciate too much, but I don't think it will do. I would be very amazed. At the same time, actually, because it is a £120,000 implement, that it isn't too expensive to fix. If it needs something fairly major, could set me back a few £1,000s. But as you can see, it's pulling it no problem at all. Yeah, I think when you've got that, when you actually own that, it's basically confirming that you have succeeded with the survival challenge. Let's not forget as well, this entire series has been done without renting anything. I have never leased a thing. We have had the benefit of used machinery for some of the series, but that's just realistic. Oh look, I'm doing it without fixing it. Although it is actually doing it fine, but it might be picking up less than it should be doing. We might be wasting something. I'm wondering if I was to repair this now, would it remove what is in it? It might do. I will go and repair it. Hopefully we don't lose those 4,000 litres. Now this isn't a criticism by any means, because the creator of this, Weasel, not Loader Wagon, but the actual used machinery mod, has already done a huge amount to get used machinery into the game. But one thing that could be made even better, if it's possible, I'm not sure if it is, ideally by Giants I guess, would be to have a function to not actually let you use it if it's that worn out. It's 89% worn out, so technically it'd be too broken to use. £1,112 to fix. But yeah, the used machinery, absolutely fantastic. And it didn't remove what we had in it, so that's good. I just really hope that Giants have put a used machinery option into 22. Although it is amazing of the modders to do it, it shouldn't really be their responsibility. Anyway, let's continue. Right, okay. So it's still going to be a few trips, I would imagine. Because the other one was 35,000 litres, that still did a few. Actually, it was quite a lot. This one is a nice upgrade, but it is still not a gigantic upgrade. 20,000 litres or so. So yeah, still pretty good. And by the way, when I said it'd be really nice if 22 has used machinery in it, I'm speaking for many of my viewers, because I did a vote a while ago. Alright, I asked in the comments section what everybody would like to see, and a lot of people said used machinery. They did for 19 as well, 3 years ago, when I asked the same question. So yeah, it's not just me, it's not just a requirement that I want, although I would love to see it. Right, okay, 36% full, let's keep going. It's looking like we're going to get maybe 2 or 3 loads out of this. Oh yes, and the price for soybean straw currently is hopefully very good. It's that one there, I think. Ah, it's 99. Not to worry. Still better than standard straw. So it ended up being 1 2/3 roughly. I actually realised as well that I didn't add the extension. We can make this ever so slightly larger. As I said, I think it was 55,500 litres or something like that with the extension, and we've gone for the 53,000 litres. So yeah, we can get that added in the workshop if we want to. I think maybe with the barley field we will do, because that is going to be a pretty big field to clear the straw from. It's also very productive. I think it's fully fertilised, and yeah, it's going to be quite high yielding. So anyway, yeah, we'll get back over to the store. We will sell this. The previous load was only £5,000, and that was a full load. So yeah, soybean straw, at the moment at least, is not really worth it. But then, yeah, barley straw is just standard straw, and that is going to be worth probably like £30 for 1,000 litres. It's because we're running on hard mode. That's the thing about it. It's all on hard. So I think it will get back. I'm hoping the canola straw is going to be worth quite a bit, because we still have quite a bit of that. Let's just take a look here. 108. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, so next episode, we'll get all that sugar beet harvested. We'll get it put into the processors. We'll produce sugar, and then we can produce the other products as well. And then whilst that is happening, we can do the barley, get the barley done, get the straw sold. By that time, hopefully everything will be finished over at the sugar beet Addon production area, and then it will be time to sell up. So that's going to be only, I don't know, two or three more episodes. Interesting. Yeah, it might not even hit 95, and I'm not rushing this. I'm not trying to end it to rush it. I'm trying to just get it to a natural finishing point. I don't want to drag it out, because as I've said, we have a new exciting series just around the corner. And as usual, I have some commenters who have been complaining at me for the last few episodes, saying that the job is done here and it's time to move on. You are right, but the way that people, well, I say people, the odd person just moans is interesting. 99% of you are fantastic, very supportive. We use the big trailer because we actually do have quite a few canola bales. And we probably have more pig manure and slurry to sell, actually. We haven't sold any slurry. I'm told that you can sell it, so we'll look into that. But there we go. £3,289. Yeah, I'm pleased I got this. I would not have wanted to be shuttling backwards and forwards many times for that sort of money. I think some of my viewers think that I never read the comments, but actually I read most of them. I very rarely respond to them because I'm so busy, and I'm busy with what I don't usually call work, because it's not work to me. I enjoy doing it. Repairing small machinery. I also do a lot of my machinery restorer stuff. Yeah, I don't call it a job because I enjoy it so much. Yeah, I make money out of fixing machinery, but it's not a job to me because it's fun. I guess that is not the definition of a job, but anyway. Yeah, that is what I do when I'm not recording Farming Simulator. I only record Farming Simulator in the evening, for a few hours in the evening. I'm busy all throughout the day. Well, here we are, we have the flatbed trailer. To load it, I'm going to use the Fiat with that CSZ grab, which I think is designed for square bales, but it should still work. So I'll try and position this in a good place, and then we'll get it done. As I said before, I can't really load bales very well unless I'm time-lapsing, so I'll time-lapse the load. Hopefully it goes well. I'll probably still knock a few over. And then we can see how much money we have had just sat here. It should be quite a bit. Don't know the best place to put it, but probably about there. finally. I can never use the bell spikes. I can never use the grabby grab things. Okay, so yeah, we'll put a few straps over them, we'll get it taken over to the sell point, and we'll see how much we've made. Yeah, so I was going to say that would be enough, but probably not. The last time I said that, I actually hadn't strapped them all, and some of them fell off. So there we go. That should be enough. Just got to back this thing up. There we go. Quite a few bales in total. Not bad. And because the way they have been stacked, it's quite unstable. Got nothing on the front, so I'll just have to be steady. But luckily, it is one of the straightest roads there is. Well, dirt tracks there is. I think if I flip it on here, then I have no hope. I definitely won't flip it. I'll make sure of it. Nice and steady. But I can floor it on the straight piece. Unless we hit some pothole or something and it sends the whole thing flying. But oh, actually, no, wait, we already are flooring it. Yep. Our previous John Deere could do something like 31 miles per hour. This one can do 27, which isn't too bad. And here we are. Ready for the big sell. Let's just see. I'm probably going to have to push them all off the back. There they go. And the final two. Come on. Good. So, we didn't get an overall figure, but it was still very good. So, we're going to leave it there. As I said, next time, sugar beet, barley, and then wrap things up in a couple of episodes' time, and then we'll be moving on. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.